is no shortage of events across the city this month celebrating Black history, culture, and community. That includes the 2026 11th annual RBC Black Diamond Ball happening on Saturday, February 28th at the Liberty Grand. It's a night that celebrates leaders, artists, and change makers, all while raising money for community programs that support newcomers, youth empowerment, and homelessness prevention. And we are joined live by Canadian R&B star JRDN, who is the headliner for the RBC Black Diamond Ball. You may also know his well-known singles like Magic and You Can Have It All. JRDN, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, first off, congratulations on headlining for the RBC Black Diamond Ball. How exciting is it to headline an event like this that is showcasing Black excellence?
It's awesome. It's my first time going to the ball, so I'm super excited. I'm excited. It's Black History Month, and excited to be 20 years in the business and to be able to share some of the music and my accomplishments and my songs and the hard work paying off and be able to share with the community of Black excellence.
Like you mentioned, you have been in the music industry for 2 decades now, your first album in 2007. How have you seen culture in music evolve in Canada?
Oh, man, it's so much because, when I started out, there was no social media, there was no platforms to really, put your music out. You had to use a label and everything. So to see all of the young artists, come out of Toronto and all over Canada, Black artists, to be able to be more on a world stage, I guess, with the power of the internet and the power of social media. It's awesome to see the growth.
And it's been great to see you grow throughout the last 20 years. Moving forward, is there a specific moment in Black history and culture that you would really want to reflect in your music?
Personally for myself, I think, just the perseverance of being in the music industry, because it's a tough business, not just for Black artists, but for any artist in Canada to, make it to the masses, but, being 20 years in the business and be able to still be invited to such a prestigious event that celebrates our culture and the history of Black music. It's rewarding to know that people still want to hear your music. So yeah, it's awesome.
Absolutely. A fun question here. Is there one artist you would like to sit down with and talk about culture with?
Kanon would be somebody that would be really dope to sit in. I had the chance to share the stage with him years ago, opening for the Governor General of Canada, Michael Jean. And we got to talk for a minute, and he seemed like a really, really, educated, deep dude. And I think he's somebody that could really, and he's world traveled as well and has done so many things outside of music for our culture, as Black Canadians. I'd love to sit with him and pick his brain a little bit.
Absolutely. He's a legend for sure. And when it comes to cultural expression in music, how do you put that into your songs now and going forward?
Just being confident and being proud of where I come from, small city, Halifax, Nova Scotia, and, my dad being from North Preston, which is the largest Black community in Canada, being able to step on stage and growing over the years, because it's like anything in life, you have to work at it, and to be putting all the work in, I just finally feel like I'm hitting my stride now. So to be able to represent Nova Scotians and, Black Canadians on this stage is a great honor.
Absolutely. And for those attending the RBC Black Diamond Ball and they're going to watch your performance, can you tell us a little bit about what they might expect?
Well, I'm not much of a dancer, but there'll definitely be some high energy. I got my my homie Juwayon Clark, who's MD in my set, and I'm going to bring a little bit of old with a little bit of new. Remind people, of who I am with the hits, but also share some of my new music that it's hasn't, since I've been off a label, hasn't really reached the masses as far as radio play and that type of thing. So just some smooth R&B with some powerful vocals.
Okay, yeah, you don't need a lot of dancers when you have those vocals. We have the old school, the new school.
Yeah.
JRDN, thank you so much for joining us today, and happy Black
Anytime.
History Month.
Thank you.